folks, welcome to another Luthier's Lair. This one is a shameless plug for my Gazzbass Falcon Series 2 standard model. One of them's going on sale very soon, if not right now, depending on when this video deploys. And yeah, it was it's the second bass of a run of 3. So I guess if you're a Borg, you could call it 2 of 3, you know. But yeah, it's the standard model, and I just want to show you how to set this bass up. So I'm going to do a quick setup on it. It needs to be set up before it leaves the shop anyway. So we're going to go and show you how to set up the Hipshot Headless Bass System, and all the other things that go with setting up a bass. So it's quite specific because the bass has some sort of unique little attributes to it. They're hunky-dory, and so let's go and have a look. Let's get started with this. Cool. Okay, first off, let's string the instrument and see what we've got. So I've backed off going that way actually, which is towards you, to detune. Took the strings off and I've put new strings into the shoes here. Now the shoes are right up against the edge there. So what I do is I place that in there, and I'll probably back off about 10 turns. 1, 2, just like that. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Like that. And then leave that line in there so the string's attached. Now I'm playing 30 to 90s here. I like very light gauge strings, old hands, but it will support, it's designed for lighter gauge strings, like you know, regular lights, which is like 40 to 100 sort of range. It will take heavier gauge strings, no problem. You'll just have to do extra setup, because the truss rod, because of the increased tension, the neck will pull forward, so you will have to tighten the truss rod to get to straighten the neck on that. So again, we'll go through. So I've laid out the strings: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Pull down. Now, yeah. See, if the ball of the string, these strings I've got have a large ball at the end. That's what this tool is for here. And I do have the array of tools that come with the Hipshot Headless System, and you can push that down and pull it in. See that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That's what I usually do. And then this one, see the G, it's not in there properly, so I'll just pull that. There we go. It's not level. Just flatten it out. There, it's flat. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 8, 9, 10. Pull that. Okay. And that's that end done. Now, you know, you would be saying, well, don't you support double ball strings? Well, double ball strings usually are for 32-inch scale basses. This is a 34 with a bend well feature up near the headstock, and I'll show you that in a minute. Well, the headless stock. And actually, let's go to that right now and I'll show you. Okay, here we are at the headstock or headless stock side of the bass. I did pull that string down into there. I'm gonna pull it out again. 1 minute here. It did come out of the socket there. I'm sorry about that. I didn't pull it. And we're going to go about here. I'm going to mark off this. It's where I want it to bend. And you can either bend it by hand or use this handy dandy tool that has the little hole in it. And you can sort of thread it through the hole and do that if you like. And it puts a bend in it. You size it up, it's about right. And you would just slot that through there. And then using one of the Allen keys, hex wrenches, there's a little screw in here that you can put in, and that clamps the string down. so it's ready to go. Now, I was talking about double ball and strings. You can see it will accept it, but the issue is this is the 34-inch bass, scale bass from the nut to the saddle, and I like this bend well feature that I put in there. A little smudge. I should be wearing gloves, but you know. And yeah, so I just go with the single ball and strings. It seems to work absolutely fine, hunky-dory. Make sure that's located properly there. And this one I'm just going to do manually, like that. Put that in there. Sorry about the airbrush compressor in the way there. Awesome, right? And then again, find where that's located. Just, you don't need to really tighten the crap out of this. Lightly clamp it, but I want it centered there. That's the thing with lighter gauge strings. You won't get this with heavier gauge strings. They center much easier. Lighter gauge, you have to be a bit careful with it. There's the D now, same thing. Make sure it's anchored at the bottom. And that's not, there it is. Again, just going to do this manually. Bend that there, that through. And you know, you recommend leaving some string there, just in case. So that's kind of centered there. And again, same thing. I hope you can see all this. Oh, big mushroom head's not in the way. There we go. Oh. That's that one in place. Finally the G, which is a little bit of a bugger because it's, you know, this gauge of strings I play are very light, like I said. It can be a bugger to centre, but these screws will nip it up no problem without breaking it as well. That's about the centre there. Put that there. Allen key once again. It's worth a setup, this. I need to get new specs. And there we go. That's it. Strings are in place. Let's tune it up. And let's see what sort of string height and relief we're getting. Cool. Hey, okay. I've got it kind of tuned by ear up to pitch. Close enough, and the first thing I see is that the bridge has variable string spacing, so you can adjust this to what you like. So the E string needs to come in very, very slightly. Now it might be an issue with the nut, but you can do that quite easily with this Hipshot system. You slacken this off, and you use the tool here to push that in. And you tighten it up. You're done. That's it. The rest of the string spacing looks good to me, so let's move on swiftly. The first thing we're going to check is neck relief. Okay, so you get a capo or a capo. Capo is like a mafia soldier, but so capo, right? And you'll attach this down just behind the first fret, right there. Okay, it's going to tell me if the truss rod needs adjusting. Now I'm going to pick up the bass like this. Actually, I don't need to be plugged in for this. Let's unplug. I should always switch the amp off first before you unplug, by the way, especially on an active bass. It's just good. Right, we're going to go to, I can see already the neck needs adjustment. The 17th fret, I'm going to hold down the 17th fret, it's the string height that's wrong. Now we're going to take a 12th thou feeler gauge and slide that under the, actually I wouldn't touch that, under the 7th fret, okay? That's perfect. It's actually very good. I'm going to check the treble side as well. I'll probably get in the way here, so sorry. And that's very good. So I'm looking at string height here. That action is very slightly high. That's all. So let's put that down. Take the taper off, and you know, you can pick these up for like $3 or $4. These are little Luthier's rules, and I like to go kind of by like Fender specs, where the string height is like 5/64 at the 17th fret. So let's measure it, and this is to the underside of the string from the 17th fret. Okay, let's just hold that there. Let's measure. Bring that in. See what it is. Up a bit. Wow. No, that's, man, that's 4/64, which is great actually. It looked high to me. That's 4. That's 4. And that's 4. So that's very low action. Strange, it looked high to me. I told you I need new specs, but a fret slightly high there. It's because the action is so low though, so I might bring the action up. Let me see what I've got on this. And of course, using the Allen keys, you can raise the saddles and lower the saddles. So I'm going to do like a half turn on that, half turn on that, and that goes away. And that's going to be about 5/64, I would say, at the 17. It's between 4 and 5/64 of an inch, which is perfect. So let me get the rest of them into that range so that they follow the curvature of the neck. That's about right. It's only a quarter turn each, I think, because they were all following the radius of the neck. They've got to be the same height. That way they follow, like I say, the radius of the neck. Yep. 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 Indeedy. We're pretty much set up. I mean, I do have anything else apart from the system, like intonation and stuff like that. You'll find plenty of videos I've made on intonation, setting intonation and stuff, but that's it. I mean, yeah, I think it's ready to go. I mean, it has been in storage for a bit. Like I said, it's an ex-demo unit, but it's fully functional. It has everything the regular retail standard has. Does need tuned. Not much. Go. Ready to go out the door. It's funny trying to play a bass like that, isn't it? Yes. I will polish it up, of course. I should be wearing gloves, but that's okay. It's a nice 2K polyurethane finish on this, which accentuates the grain of the wood. I didn't want it looking too plastic and too like a lump of epoxy, you know. So I let that grain shine through, boy. Shine through. Nice piece of wood. There you go. That's it. So folks, that's it. That's all there is to it really, to set up the Gazzbass Falcon Series 2 standard model, indeed. And actually the deluxe model is kind of exactly the same procedure. There's nothing different, except for like electronics pickups and blah 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 blah, all the rest of it. But anyway, hope you enjoyed that, and I hope you found it useful in your decision to maybe purchase one of these basses. As usual, I want to thank you all for watching, and if you like the content on this channel, please hit the subscribe button, or smash the subscribe button as everyone seems to say nowadays. Give me a thumbs up, hit the notification bell so that you're in the loop every time I drop a video there on the Tubi. And just remains for me to say, stay safe, be good, catch you next time. Thanks a lot for watching. Cheers folks, bye bye.